Alright guys, welcome back. So, I did try to do some grinding on my own, and it went relatively smoothly, but it ended up being kind of stagnant by a certain point, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let the rest of the route take care of it, because Shinx doesn't learn a good attacking move for like almost twice its current level, so... So, for the rest of this episode, I will just be using organic battle mechanics to get out the hits. Because she's officially at level 8 right now, which means that she should be able to take on regular attacks as well. So, let's try it. Ah, damn it. Okay. I'm definitely not finishing before the next move. I could finish with an Ember if I'm fast enough, but I don't know if I am. Are we risking it for the biscuit? I think we are. It's one level up, and that's charge, and unfortunately that's not a move that does any level of damage, but I am still going to switch back in because I want that experience ratio. Pardon me. Zubat does not have Bide. I am 3 levels ahead now, so let's go ahead and see what we can do solo in this battle. Ooh, critical hit. Okay, that makes things a lot easier. And that makes things so much more annoying. Okay. But yeah, no, had to wrap up some stuff and then jump back to it. The dogs needed their food, and me being a very clumsy person, I ended up pouring out the bag into their bin. Once a month we take it from the freezer and we move it to a plastic tote bin for easier dispersion. And I did not hold it over the container properly, and a bunch of food went spilling everywhere, which, you know, bad for me, but my dogs were my biggest fans for a minute there. They were thrilled that I had given them that much food. Let's go ahead and use this really quick. So I don't... Not that the damage is that low, but I almost don't trust it with the top left of your party list. That way it'll be the first to go out in the battle. Well, I don't really go by that though, because like, what if I want to grow? Usually my least favorite Pokemon is out front, because that's the one that can't battle by itself yet. Let's see. Found a Pokeball. Okay, cool. And then we might be able to catch one more Pokemon today as well. Currently I am in the middle of recording 2 separate series, this one and then a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon playthrough. Not randomized, not any kind of special restrictions or anything, but I rolled a pretty good Pokemon team for that. Oh, look at this. Shinx on Shinx. Versus. Not. Yeah, never mind. I rolled Riolu and Charmander, so that was pretty cool. But in between recording here, I've been also recording that, and I'm thinking of doing an old school Nuzlock for Firered as well, or potentially even Black and White too. We'll see. I think both are pretty good, so I think even if I don't do the Nuzlocke for one of them, I'll still just probably do a playthrough of the other, just to really, you know, kind of get in there and enjoy some old school Pokemon games. I haven't played a lot of these since I was really little, so I'm enjoying being able to kind of just sit down and pretend like I'm playing video games with other people. Genuinely people that aren't gonna make fun of which games I play too. Okay, level 10, and if my memory serves, I think the guide said it's level 14 or 17 before it actually learns an electric type move, so it's kind of a long haul experience. So when I move on to the cave, I'll probably go back to putting Chimchar out front, just so that we can get it up to the right level, because the cave after this one that goes into Oreburgh, it's gonna have a mixture of like fighting and rock types, and I'm not super excited to find out what happens if my Pokemon are not leveled up properly, because neither of these guys is cut out for rock types. I was supposed to have something for that, but apparently that don't work when you're stupid. But yeah, anyway, point aside. So I'm gonna really have to figure this out. I think there should be enough places to go where I'm not, I guess, grinding too much. Anytime I have to grind, I will do my best to do it off screen if it's gonna be excessive. For example, this specific, like for the last time you guys saw Walda, I don't remember what level she was at initially, but I put in some time grinding. I want to say it was about an hour. Oh, that ain't me no like. Okay. Looks like Pinguino gets to go out first after all. But yeah, no, so I spent about an hour working on that, and then just with wild Pokemon, because I didn't want to ruin the trainer battles so early in the game. I wanted to save those specifically for the playthrough itself, and that ended up, you know, not being worth it too much, so hopefully I won't be forcing anybody to directly watch or listen to that for too long. Not ready for the gym challenge, he thinks. I think I agree, but honestly, based on my performance, neither am I, so. But yeah, no, I also got done with getting set up for my classes as well. I will be going back to school probably in about a month or so here now. It's like a little over a month. And I'm going to be going in for psychology, which will be fun. It also explains part of why my personality rings like a piece of dry English toast. I'm just kidding. I think we're all pretty great, but, you know, my personality can be a little daunting, so I completely understand when, you know, people are a little more skeptical. Ooh, oh, I mean, I have to trade for Alakazam, though. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I will see if I can catch it, though, because that would be pretty cool, if I could just catch it. I'm gonna grab a sip of my beverage. Pardon my reach. Oh man. Oh well. No love lost, because I can't even keep it anyway. Oops. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, you battle, right? Let's see if we can win this fight with Walda instead. Oh yeah, we're tanking those hits pretty good, because we're running out of PP for tackles, so I'm trying not to max it out until we can get another move. I think Bite is next on the list, which is, again, not quite what we need, but we don't need to worry about that for a while yet. There's no flying types, really, for a good minute. And Electric doesn't necessarily hold a lot of precedence in the region, period. It's more of like a want or a status, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of Starlies, so your gameplay does get smoother if you don't have, if you have an electric type, just to kind of take out the the buff Starly against the Raptors, but outside of that, you don't really need them. Fire types are pretty hard to get a hold of, so if you do run through a playthrough without Chimchar, you're kind of SOL on anything that's weak to fire. I mean, there's obviously some dual types or some Pokemon are weak to more than one, which is fine, but and we are going to switch now because Waldo's at level 11, and I really need Pinguino to be way higher than he is right now, so I want to make sure I can get like 5 episodes out today, and then I'm going to try and pre-record a few so they can be released throughout the week as well, because I don't really mind recording them all at once, and obviously there'll be days where I feel like I can record more too, which I definitely will, so I can have like a backlog of these, but I'm not necessarily gonna try to make myself sit down each day to record so much as I'm gonna record anytime that I'm free and I'm able, and I'll just do as many of them as I can, for right now at least. But yeah, no, anyways, so yeah, that went really smoothly, actually. Some pretty good experience in there, too. Abras are really good on that, just because, while they're not necessarily hard to defeat when they only have the one move, they can be a little tricky to catch. So the game wants to reward it with experience anytime you have to encounter one in multiple ways. I think they've also done that for the stat as well in the, in like the later games, where catching it gives you higher experience points too. Alright. Oh, a Psyduck. Oh, crap. I hope that thing doesn't have water then. Let's find out. Ember's maybe not a good call, so we'll go Scratch on this one. I could feel my reflexes kicking in because I just got done playing a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and my current moveset in this game is actually very, very similar to my starter in that game, so I'm like having like whiplash being like, no, but Ember though, it'll still work. I have to remind myself that this is an actual Pokemon game where it's not so much about like full-on attack stats so much as it's actually like, you know, the whole kit caboodle. And the hat on top. But yeah, that didn't take too much though, that was pretty good. Most of the early game stuff, even if there's a type disparity, it usually goes relatively smoothly. So let's see, Pinguino, level 13. I don't think I learned any good moves until level 15. There's an item back here, I know I saw it. Flying types are pretty handy, but I do have a fire type to take care of most of that. And I'm gonna have another Pokemon that can help out with ground types later. Ooh. These X items are pretty good, but like the odds of me ever using them are really slim, so chances are what I'll end up doing is chucking them out or selling them, I guess is probably a better word. Alright, let's see if we can catch it. I'm just gonna keep trying every time, and we'll just see what happens. They'll probably just pop right out. Yeah, I thought so. Because they're not really, they don't have a good catch rate on them, unless you've got some like Nuzlock where they can't leave, but this early in the game, you're never going to see that. So. Unless you've modded, of course, but again, I don't really have a lot of resources to make modded games. A Repel, lovely, okay. I'd love to play Randomizer, but that requires a lot of modding too. My big thing is I still want the actual challenge of the game itself, I just don't want to play the same old game over and over again, if that makes any kind of sense. Not opposed to, you know, playing by the same rules. I just, you know, want like maybe the encounters to be different, or like, you know, starters to be different, stuff like that, you know. Alright. Now we're in the cave, and this guy will give you... Let's see. There we go. There's the HM, and I believe this is for Rock Smash? Yeah, okay. And you can't use it until after you've defeated the first gym, so we'll have to complete that. But basically, you can go back later after getting it, and you should be able to go down to the cave below, and I think you can get Psyduck really early. This is Platinum, I think, so... We got Starlies, and that's why I wasn't super worried about having Pinguino out first and foremost for these fights, because it's going to be a lot of picnickers, which don't typically have, like, rock types. There we go. And the Shinx does make me nervous because even though it's not the appropriate level, I do think these guys can actually have electric type moves because the trainers do hack. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna scratch you. Damn it, so close. Okay. The last trainer I fight in here should do the trick, then. For a second you couldn't see her eyes. She was doing like a little anime pre-battle pose over there. And we're gonna just cream this person, because we have a whole Ember. And she has but a single Bidoof. There we go. Yeah, losing is always good. If you can learn from your mistakes after losing. Oh, okay, really early evolution. I forgot about this. So they must have moved around the levels a little. It's been a hot minute since I played the original Platinum. This is a good time. Does he get the extra move at this level too? So that'd be great if we could just use him to boost up right before the battle too. So I'm gonna... Yeah, Mach Punch. That's what the move is. Okay. Yes, we are gonna let a new move take over. Okay, so... we're gonna get rid of Taunt, because I don't see myself using that. I know it's really good if a Pokemon screws up and uses, like, Growl or whatever, but once you get into the latter half of the game anyway, most Pokemon probably aren't going to be using that strategy. They're going to be going all in, so it doesn't really make any logistical sense to keep it when you could put a way stronger move in its place. And Leer is actually pretty hardy and handy. Oop. Howdy, trainer. Huh? Oh, you don't have a single gym badge? You'd better do something about that. I'll take you to the Pokemon gym. Well, yeah, that's why I'm here, man. Don't roast me. Especially in front of the electricians. There's someone there already. Well, of course we know this man. Huh? Oh, it's you. You finally got here? You're slow like always. Rude. Anyway, the gym leader's tough. Like, seriously serious. If the gym leader's this tough, I wonder how he compares to my dad. Oh, I just drifted there. Yeah, some berry lore. Anyway, the gym leader's gone off to the coal mines. If you want to take on the gym leader, you better go off there. Alrighty. Whatever you say, unit. Alright, do you want to get to the Pokemon Center first, though? So if I die, I don't have to walk all the way back, because that would be a huge pain. And then I'm gonna talk to everybody just to make sure, because there are some items that you can get here, and it does change up a little bit, so I want to make sure that I don't miss out on anything. Ooh. That's how you turn off the audio, apparently. Alright. Let's see what everyone's got. Oops. I don't need them twice as medically healed, don't worry. Alrighty. Someone's PC and access the storage system. Hey, come back. Nope. My pal pad, the Wi-Fi club. Oh man, I remember that. When I was a kid, my brother and I, we used to go down. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Black belt sounds kind of cool. We used to live in an apartment building, and every once in a while, this is back in the early days of Wi-Fi, where there wasn't always like a hard and fast password on everything. We would take our DSs and we would go up and down the hall and see who had unlocked Wi-Fi, so that we can enable parts of our games, because at the time we actually didn't have like super crazy good Wi-Fi. It only allowed like a few devices at a time. So that's the Fossil Club. What do you have? I think you do, right? Nope, you just talk about fossils. I would talk about fossils too. I think they're pretty great. I love me a good fossil. Who lives in here? It might be so much of the time I got my... Oh, okay. I thought he was about to say he reminded me, or I reminded him of his first Pokemon. That would've been awkward. Oh, well, that's easy. Just pick whatever's strong. Toughening up. Why not try trading in the Oreburgh mine? No, I plan to. Don't rush me, Grandpa. I want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything here. See? There's an item. Let's see. That's kind of a feature that I wish that future games would implement, actually, is like kind of how like in Pokemon Yellow, it was very specific that the Pikachu that's following you around does not like being in a Pokeball. And I thought that was really neat. I thought maybe that would be kind of a fun feature that they could include, where certain natures or certain types of Pokemon would occasionally refuse to stay in their Pokeball, and they would just have to follow you around for a little bit, or indefinitely, depending on like the limits. Like, I think it's kind of funny that only one Pokemon can follow you at a time, because, you know, in the anime, they're not afraid to have more than one out there at a time, generally speaking. Like, obviously for picnics, that's when your full team should come out, but it just seemed a little silly that they didn't also pull out that same trick for, like, Pokemon games, at least in small quantities, anyway. See? Is he secretly a Machop? Down to the mine we go. Time to go destroy some rocks. And we can't access this area from here. We have to go down, I think. There's Geodude. Again, if it didn't have... Trade only evolution. Attaboy, Pinguino. Yeah, you can go under from here. That's right. Okay. Really should have brought a repel with me for this, because most of the battles I'm gonna need are gonna be back there anyway. but training is training, I guess. I like to be like a good 2 levels higher than the gym that I'm going to for at least my ace Pokemon that's going to be doing most of the fighting, just because I think it tends to deliver the most reliability. Pardon my yawn. It's been that kind of day. Oh, she found you, dudes. That's cute. Okay. And then, I'm just gonna get in here. And this is where all the good battles happen. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is actually someone we want to catch because I intend to keep it on my team. But we will have to be super careful because Zubat may or may not have wing attack at this level. And or it could have had supersonic. Gross. I really like Zubat actually. And Crobat evolves by friendship, so I can have a fully evolved Crobat by like the 3rd, 4th gym even if I'm careful. But we're gonna wait on leveling him up until after. And we got Zubat. We gotta give him a name. And I've actually got one for him. We're gonna name him Happy. Because he looks like a happy little guy. He's always screaming. He's the life of the party. More Geodudes, alright. Hey, critical hit coming in clutch. I have to do nothing. Yeah, so like he was saying, Route 207, that's the route right above here. You can catch Machop. And again, that's one of the Pokemon that I would have actually selected if it weren't for the fact that I can't evolve it. It's a really big shame, actually. Another crit, holy crap. And experience points are gonna be a lot higher too. I'm hoping to get to be at least level 16 by the time I get out of here. But if not, I know I will be by the time I get to the leader at the gym, just because I have like a couple trainers to fight in there as well. There we go. Oop. There's our boy. Magic Man. We're actually gonna go this way, because I want to make sure I battle everybody. A quick battle on his break. We'll have you break on break. Alrighty. We're taking little breaks here and there just to rehydrate my throat, because I've been doing a lot of talking today. When I was a kid, I used to think that Machop was Rock in fighting, and he's just regular fighting, which is really good, actually. So if this doesn't do what I need it to, I know Ember will, but I'll probably use Ember anyway, just because there's not a whole lot of damage left to do. And it'll probably be just as effective, if not a little less, but still. Definitely a good call. Yeah, because I'd like to be level 16, so whatever that takes. I'll gain most of my levels back in battle, too. An escape rope. Honestly, I might use that. Yeah. Let's see how much of a pain it is to get out of here before I do anything. Okay, it's not terrible. I think I should be able to walk right out of here relatively seamlessly, so... Gotta get through all the Pokemon. Yeah, no, the encounter rate must have gone down after the Roark talk, because there were a lot more encounters than this before that. I don't know if that's just maybe my luck, or if that's maybe like a default thing that they've put into the code, that the encounter rates go down after you talk to Roark, so that you can like get to his gym faster, maybe? Hard to say. Go. I would say 2 more really good fights should do it. And I'll be doing more than 2 really good fights in a second. I just gotta get there. Let's start with healing up quick though, because I want to be fresh. Buttery, silky, smooth. I can run in Pokemon Centers. Okay. I wonder what game I was thinking of that disengaged that. Alright, let's go right up the middle. If anyone wants to stop me, they can sure fucking try. Actually, I just want to leave experience, buddy. So, true story, when I was a kid, I came up with a strategy that is really bad if you have any Pokemon on your team that are, like, friendship-based. Especially in the later games, because the later games really do that, like, whole friendship-building thing. But in the early games where it wasn't as big of a factor, especially if you didn't have Pokemon that needed to level up that way, I would intentionally lose after beating the first person, and then go back to the Pokemon Center, heal back up, and then go back again, and just milk it for a ton of experience over and over, because the experience rate was super high. And then once I got my fix there, I would move on to the next guy. It should be enough right here. Yeah, okay. Which, you know, in hindsight, not maybe the greatest strategy. Fury Swipes, let's forget a move. I think that's better than Scratch. guaranteed 40. For 2 to 5 times. It's a little weaker, but yeah, no, we don't need that. I think a solidified hit is better anyway from a firm number, because you can't guarantee how little or how much you hit on Fury Swipes. It could be as small as 36, which sounds like a really small difference, but it could also spike too if you're trying to catch something, and Scratch is just more precision based. In Mystery Dungeon. My god, yeah, absolutely take on Fury Swipes if you can, because that shit's awesome. And I think I'm actually going to do all the way up to the gym leader for this, because I don't necessarily see this going particularly badly. I don't see it being a very slow process. I estimate I'll probably have it done within, like, the next 7 minutes, probably, at the very most. If I'm wrong, then oh well, but I think I can have this done by the 45-minute mark. We're at the 36-minute mark now, so I guess that's more like 9 minutes. Because yeah, it's ridiculously easy right now. The only thing I'm nervous about is if anyone sets up a Stealth Rock on his team, and I have to do a switch out for a heal. Linguino, don't do this to me. Okay, so he's got, let's see, he's Onyx, he's got Geodude first, then Onyx, and then I think it's Cranidos, so by then I should be at level 17 for sure, and I think that's what level his Pokemon is at, if I'm not mistaken, anyway. I want to say that's about right. It's probably lower than that. I might just be thinking of it being way harder in my head, if I'm being honest with you. Yep, there's Geodude. Level 12 already, so I'm feeling a little bit better about my guess now. It is truly a guess, because I felt pretty confident about what type of situation I was going into. I didn't really look it up, like I needed to. Oh, Rock Throw. Thank God I'm half fighting type, because that move suddenly does a lot less than it would have if I had a Chimchar. 187 should tip me over? Yes, it will. Okay, so at the very least I should be on par with the others. And I'm gonna get a free switch in after Onyx. I will use Walda for a switch in. Mainly because I want to heal up Pinguino, but also I want to get an Intimidate up on Cranidos, but I will use a few moves if I can. Oh, I know, Stealth Rock. That's what I was worried about. Okay. Not enough for a one-hit punch, so I think this is probably more like what, 14 maybe, 15? Based on all this other stuff? Oh, you... can't say the word. Okay. It should do it, and then I'll switch out, even though there's that Stealth Rock there. Whatever damage I take from Stealth Rock will be way less than what I'm about to get from Cranidos. I don't have any revives, so if I'm dead, I'm dead. The reason I'm not switching to Happy is because Happy is a friendship-based Pokemon, so the least likely it is to die, the better. So the best way to guarantee that is just to not use it. Okay, so it was level 14. That's a weird-ass sprite, though. I'm used to, Diamond and Pearl, I think. I like that sprite better, actually. Okay. Reno, you are fully healed, and then let's see how much damage we can put on Cranidos with just Walda. Probably not much, because I think... Yeah, I was gonna say, because that, it gets twice. But that's okay, because we didn't need it to survive anyway. Yeah, and that damage is minuscule compared to what health bar we were at before. It's like it never happened. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a critical hit. Oh, that would have been so fun. But we will surely progress very quickly. Yes, that was the final push, and we are not even cracking 41 minutes yet, and we've already won, so that should give me just enough time to finish all the dialogue and then get saved up. So I've tried to keep these under 25 minutes, but the certain checkpoints that I want to meet, I'm just not seeing them go shorter than that. I don't know how else to cut it, because I have destinations in mind, you know? There we go. Got our gym badge. Woo! I love that song. Okay. What are we getting? It is the TM for Stuff Rock, which could actually be very useful, but I don't think any of my Pokemon can learn it. So I'm not gonna probably end up using that for a while. Alright, so now that we've officially won, I'm just gonna make sure we don't have any more dialogue outside the gym. We do not. Okay, cool. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it here, since that's plenty, and then I will see you guys here in a little bit after I get started on the next episode. So, if this is all that you'll see for the day, have a good rest of your day, and we will see you again next time.